Hello class, this is Michael Tweed and I'm going to show you how to import a 3D model into here. I previously showed you in a video how to export from SketchUp into something that will read in Photoshop. So I already have Photoshop open and I've even opened a photograph of a background that I'm going to use for this rendering. In other video series I talked about how to choose backgrounds and pick one. This is going to be a new perspective for you if you're following along in class. I would in theory suggest probably picking a background that's different but matches your original background because we're going to have a different perspective in this one than we worked in the first one probably. So I don't know that the exact same background is going to work for you. But we can talk about that. Anyway, this video is about importing a 3D model in here. So I'm going to go to my 3D tab up here and I'm going to go New 3D Layer from File. And I'm going to go to where I saved um, this 3D file, and so mine was under export for Photoshop. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you select the OBJ file type. I saved mine as house. Mine I'm only going to say open. And I don't really care that this is in millimeters, although technically I'm working in inches. It shouldn't really make a difference. And if you want to switch it, go ahead and do that. And this might take a second to open. And yours might ask you if you want to switch to 3D mode, and you can just say yes. I'm already in sort of 3D mode, so it's not going to ask me that question. But if it does, you say yes. You can see it put the SketchUp model in here. But this is the thing that a lot of people don't realize. It behaves exactly like a 3D model. It is three-dimensional. I can look all around this building. It's got lighting and shadows and all of these things. So I'm not going to go into much detail here in this video about what we're going to do with it. But we can match the perspective, we can do lighting, we can play with material changes, and in this segment of the first series here I'm going to be looking at materials. But notice how it brought in the materials already from SketchUp, which are these sort of flat materials, and we'll take a look at what they're already brought in. Sometimes I've noticed every once in a while it doesn't bring in the materials from SketchUp into Photoshop. If that doesn't happen, you should have that materials folder. It's easy to apply, and you can just ask me. I might even mention it when we get into materials in the next video. But otherwise, this is a pretty amazing tool that will allow us to do a lot of things. So that's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna sort of set this here. I'm not even going to worry about the perspective because I'm going to be zooming around so much. Um, later on. But if I want to get closer to a real perspective, I'll sort of just drop it there for now. But we will take care of that in a later video. So this is pretty cool, and I'll see you for more details on this and more videos.